The solution is something called the Great Exchange. Now, I'd like to show you an illustration that may help anyone who's a little confused at this point. I'm going to use two hands here, my right and my left hand, okay? My right hand is going to represent Jesus Christ, and my left hand is going to represent you and me. This is me, and unfortunately you, and that black sheet of paper represents my sin, my sinful life, my sinful lifestyle. I've sinned in thought, word, and deed. So look at the contrast between these two hands. Can I go to heaven with this sin in my life? No, I can't. God cannot accept me into his kingdom, into heaven with this sin in my life. What is the solution? The solution is something called the Great Exchange. Here's what happens. Jesus takes the sin. When I trust in him, he takes my sin. And what does he do with my sin? That is the cross of Jesus Christ. Jesus takes my sin and nails my sin to his cross. There's a verse in 1 Peter chapter 2. It says, he himself, that is Jesus, bore our sin in his own body on the cross or on the tree. Jesus took my sin, he put it on himself, and he bore my sin in his cross on the tree. And as a result, my sin, God says, he has removed my sin as far as the east is from the west. And that's found in Psalm 103, verse 12. So that's what Christ has done with my sin. Now, I still have a problem. My sin is gone, but I don't have any righteousness in myself. So what does Christ do? Christ puts his righteousness, this is his righteousness that he earned while he was on this earth. Christ's righteousness is now imputed or given to me. So when God sees me, he sees the righteousness of Christ. God no longer sees my sin. My sin is gone. It's infinitely removed as far as the east is from the west. And so now we have this situation. We have a righteous Christ and a righteous Lamb, and these two are now righteous. Both of us are righteous in the sight of God. That's what allows us to have fellowship and participation with Christ, because Christ has given us his righteousness. He's removed our sin in the great exchange, and now both of us are deemed to be righteous, holy, and just before God, and we can have a relationship of love and joy forever.